Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, with Darkness Ablaze just a couple of days away, for the official release, of course, it's time to look at something we haven't looked at for a little while. The best little Pokemon from Darkness Ablaze. Now, what we're talking about here is evolving Pokemon that you're not going to play for themselves, but if you're playing the Pokemon that evolves from them, they're actually super useful. So let's start off having a look at the kind of Pokemon I love. It's Karrablast. Now, Karrablast is great for emergencies. Firstly, the artwork. Check out the phenomenal artwork on this card. But 1 colorless energy, 20 damage for each heads you can flip, and you flip coins until you get a Tails. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that that's going to be an amazing attack, because it's not. But I love having an emergency attack. I've talked about this a fair bit on the videos, but it's essentially a case of I am going to lose the game. But if I can flip 10 heads in a row, I'm going to win. And you're probably not going to flip 10 heads in a row. It is extremely unlikely that you are going to flip 10 heads in a row. But if it's that or nothing, and you're talking colorless energy, basic Pokemon, sometimes it's going to be worth a punt. One which I think is far more likely to see actual play is Rowlet. Now, Rowlet's got that ability that a bunch of the birds have in this set, Sky Circus. If you play Birdkeeper from your hand during this turn, you can use the attack for free. What does the attack do? 60 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And yeah, sure, there's going to be plenty of 70 HP Pokemon out there, Jirachi springs to mind, that are going to be able to take this hit. But you're still doing 60 damage, you're still spreading some damage, you're still taking out some evolving Pokemon, and if you play Birdkeeper, you're not even paying any energy for it. While we're here, we should also give a quick shout out to Starly, who again has got that same ability, so very much worth popping in the same part of the video. And for 2 energy, or 0 if you play Birdkeeper, search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them into your hand. If you're playing any deck and you don't have a good turn 1 attack, you can either play Birdkeeper or you can whack a twin energy on here, and then you're searching any 2 cards, and maybe your opponent plays something like a Marnie to make you shuffle your hand and put it on the bottom of your deck. But maybe they don't. Or maybe they waste the Marnie that they actually want later. Who knows? Either way, useful attack. Now, Gothita is one that I like quite a lot here, and I know that I've got friends who play Disruption decks who like this a lot as well. Again, the artwork here is flat out phenomenal, but for 1 Psychic Energy, you look at the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck and put them back in any order that you like. So the theory here is very simple. You try and make sure that your opponent draws nothing while you get set up. You waste turn after turn after turn. And if they ever get to the stage where the top 5 cards are going to help them too much, you reset stamp, and that will of course shuffle up new hand, new lot of cards, and then you can go all over again. Although do remember, if you reset stamp to muck with their deck, you might put something nice in their hand. Either way, this could buy you a few turns, and I like it a lot. Now, one of the most impressive, or at least jump off the pagey, is that a phrase? Ones in the set is the Pupitar. Pupitar for 3 colorless energy, which I know sounds like a lot, but you got twin energy and triple acceleration will actually pay this in a single go, which is pretty gosh darn good. What it allows you to do is 40 damage, which isn't great for free energy, but you also get to search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon to evolve it. So you actually evolve immediately up into your Tyranitar while doing 40 damage. I can think of much worse stage 1s to use. And then of course you end your turn with 180 HP Tyranitar, which is huge even for a stage 2, rather than the far less impressive 80 HP Pupitar. More than doubling your HP there. Now, the last one I really like here is Vibrava. Now, again, you're not going to play Vibrava on its own. You're going to play it if you're playing a Flygon deck, which I think you all know I kind of want to. But what Vibrava does here, for a single fighting energy, 20 damage to the active and 10 to each of your opponent's bench. And again, I'm not advocating that this is actually some phenomenal card here, but I am saying that if you're playing a Flygon deck anyway, this is the kind of card where you're going to get an attack or two off and it's going to really help you hit the numbers later on in the game. Or to put it another way, exactly the kind of Pokemon we're looking at in this video. Now, we could mention Bunnelby here as an evolving Pokemon. Bunnelby doesn't really count. Bunnelby's got that Mad Party attack, 20 damage for each Mad Party member in your discard pile, but you're actually playing Bunnelby as Bunnelby in a deck with stuff like Poltegeist. You're not actually playing Bunnelby to evolve into Diggersby or anything like that. So it is a phenomenal evolving Pokemon, but I don't think it is in the spirit of the video. Now, they're the ones I really like, but there are a few others which I think deserve a mention. So, in a little bit more of a speed round, how about Wimpod? Wimpod for a single grass energy does 10 damage and switches to the bench. Great to essentially keep hold of it so that it doesn't get KO'd and you get to evolve it the following turn. Torchic is one that I like very much. It's got Call for Family. You search your deck for a Pokemon, a basic Pokemon, and put it onto your bench. Now, I will admit that I am a huge fan of the Blaziken from this particular set. And to be fair, if you just want Call for Family, there is a Persimmon in this set that will actually get 2 basic Pokemon, but it never evolves. Not even into something, it just doesn't evolve. Torchic evolves into Blaziken. Yay! Persimmon doesn't evolve into anything. It is worth noting that the Sentret from the set also has a Call for Family for a single Pokemon, but then again, it doesn't evolve into anything I'm particularly excited about, so I'm not going to talk any more about it. Vanillite, now the whole ice cream line here is actually very cool. Vanillite for 1 water energy does 10 damage and paralysis on a coin flip, bearing in mind the set is bringing us Glimwood Tangle, which will allow you to reflip if you get a Tails. We've then got Vanillish that for 1 water energy does 30 damage and paralysis on a coin flip. And then there's a decent chance you might actually want to play the Vanillux, because if Vanillux is in the active, it's got an ability that lets you flip a coin and if heads, paralysis. So you may well be playing Vanillux there for the ability. Both the pre-evolutions can help you along the way. Electrike is a rare example of an evolving Pokemon that actually has a damaging attack you might want to use. 2 energy, 50 damage, discard all energy from this Pokemon. Yeah, I know that most evolving Pokemon have 60, 70 HP, so you're unlikely to be getting too many cheeky KOs with this, and I know that Electro Power has rotated out, otherwise you could boost up the power along those lines, as has Thunder Mountain to turn this into a single energy attack. But then again, you still do have Tapu Koko to accelerate a bit of energy, so you never know. This is an emergency attack, don't get me wrong. But it is an emergency attack, and how many times... I mean, I've been playing Excadrill a lot lately, right? There's no emergency attack with Drillbur. Ooh, 10 damage, yay! I actually end up using Rototiller with Drillbur anyway, just because you get to recover a card, but no. It's not a particularly great one. Well, Rototiller can come in handy. The point is, you're not doing much damage here, whereas Electrike legitimately can. Grimer's a little bit of fun. You discard the top card of your opponent's deck, and sure, it's only 1 card, but you might end up hitting a supporter, and then they draw nothing for a couple of turns. They were relying on that supporter. Or maybe you hit a one-off tech, or a special energy, or... I don't know. This is the kind of card that you can actually... I mean, if you go and look at round 1 of the Dragon Gym Challenge, I'll pop a link in the description where Toby played Kenny. Toby played Guzzlord that had this same attack. And let's just say it went a long way to Toby winning the game. But I'll let you check that video out to see exactly how. Nickit, now we've never had a good Feeble, so don't get too excited. But Nickit does have a rather nice attack that for just a single energy lets you flip a coin, and if heads, during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't attack. And sure, your opponent can switch their active, etc., and if they do, they do, but this can still buy you a turn or two, and that's kind of awesome. And finally, Rookidee. Rookidee here's got a nice little attack that it only does 10 damage, which is upsetting. We'd like it to do more. But it also discards all Pokemon tools from your opponent's active before doing damage. And that lets you do hilarious things like take a KO while discarding your opponent's lucky egg. So they should be drawing till they've got 7 cards in their hand because of lucky egg, but they're not because you remove the lucky egg as you take the KO. Ha! And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the lovely little Pokemon from Darkness Ablaze. You're not going to be building a deck around these, but if you're building a deck from Pokemon that evolve from these, they are going to give you rather nice advantages indeed. So that's what I think, ladies and gentlemen, but I want to know what you think. Have I missed any? Are there any great little Pokemon from Darkness Ablaze that I haven't mentioned? Are there any other pre-evolutions from other sets that you just want to give a shout out to? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all of that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.